Alright, find another set of heads I got to work on. Alright, here's another set of shovel heads. We just got done doing the other set porting. Now this set I'm supposed to port. Okay, it's supposed to be a bowl port job, so I'll just slip up and do the whole port like I did the last one. Okay, this one here is a set of 74 castings. Yeah, 73. 74 bike. 73 castings. You know who you are. Okay, this one had a slight valve guide issue. There's no longer a hole there. Took care of that problem. There, see? Didn't need a hole. No, holes are optional. Alright, so I'm going to port this without the valve guides in the way. That should make things a little bit easier. But probably not, because I actually used the valve guides as a reference. So we'll see how that goes. We'll try this. These are got a lot of lips and stuff in there. So pretty much the same as what we just did. Except this one we're actually supposed to work on. Alright, let's go see what we can do in this set. We didn't screw them up too bad last time, so maybe we'll luck out this time. Alright. We'll grab the this one. This looks like a nice one. Dip. Need the tip dip. We'll be needing that for something, I'm sure. Alright. Yeah, this has some big ass wads of crap in the way. Yeah, let's start with exhaust. Getting warmed up by doing exhaust port work. Alright, so we're not supposed to do a full port job, so we're going to go ahead and start by doing a full port. Okay, someone put a big cutter in here and made this round, but the problem with port wasn't round, it was a different shape. So now you get this big chunk lip in here. So you also have a port that doesn't want to flow over with the crap on this side, because it's all made to flow out that side. So we have to cut this wall out through here, all the way to here, so it'll breathe around there better. So we have some material we have to remove. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to move some, get rid of some material. Now, move it to where you can get a hold of it. It always works better when you got access to what you want to cut. If you got to fight to get to what you're going to do, you're not going to do a very good job. Okay, so we got to take a lot of metal out fast. What's the best way of doing that? Oh yeah, big cutter. That's how you do it quick. Let's see if I get in trouble. I don't use this one very often. I'll try this one out. I haven't used this in a while. See if it still works. Alright. Okay, let's see what happens. Loads up real quick after that. Knock out half of it right there, just doing that. I'll knock out some more. Keeps loading up again. Alright. It cuts good once that unloads. Now we need a different cutter. another cutter. There's, should be another one I don't ever use. This one, right next to it. Yeah, we'll try that one. Okay, so we're getting a little bit of material out of here. Okay, I need to get way deep in there. Knock some of that out over there. You can see how this whole wall just got eliminated. That big hump and that big hump right there got bye-bye. Okay, so if we could just leave it like that, it'd be 10 times better than what it was. But I still got to open it up right through here. Now, it's not a good idea to come in from this side right off the bat and open it up, because you cut way too much and you'd be in trouble. So you got to be careful when you do stuff like that. So naturally we're going to do that. Okay, so here's a nice long one here. That's for getting way down deep in there. See how it doesn't really fit in here? The problem with this is you wind up cutting, you come to a hard stop you can't get to. Alright, so this will allow me to get right back up in there. Let's see, I get stuck on this stud right here, on the shank, up on the port here. And then it starts jerking you around when you don't want to. You want to move it, and then all of a sudden it stops, goes some other angle. Now you see right through here where we're trying to blend this right through here, trying to make a trough. So we don't want to cut all of it from this side, but we want to cut some of it. Then we'll go from the other side. The only way we can get in this one is a long cutter like this. It's the only way you can do it. All right, get this thing out of here. Let's see what we can do this way. And yes, I have broken more than one of these. And they are expensive. What a shocker. Alright, let's see what happens here. I don't want to cut the valve guide bias away. Not too much anyway. It's already loading up already. This is what breaks the bits. Alright. Switch sides, going from the other side. Change cutter. Crapping away over here. Oops, went away. I didn't show before, but this is after. So I'm taking a bunch of metal out of here, and I can actually put my finger through here now. See, look at that, you got airflow. Now I'm trying to stay off the boss, but you see how it bounced into it a little bit. We're trying to stay off of that. Trying to get the blow through here. We don't want to be cutting that short side anymore. We're already too high right there. We just want to blend it to the other side now. So clean this side up a little bit smoother. Try not to make any more cut where I don't want it. This size and cuts where it tells me where I need to cut more. So you can see where it wants to cut more right there. I'm going right along the valve guide. I mean the seat. The seat doesn't really cut. But you can see where the port's in the problem. The port's in the way right there. So I got to cut that spot there out. And down here is not the problem. So kind of using the seat as a guide to go by. Got me at least 90% of what I want, I think, right there now. So I got a nice rounded kind of bowl in there now. The short side hasn't been killed too bad yet, luckily. And the guide boss is still kind of there. But my finger obviously fits through here pretty good now. Now we have to come through on the other side over here. You see where the finger comes through? Now you got to blend this and make this a more even radius. And make this a long radius from here all the way to here. And that's kind of hard to do because you get that point right there you just can't get to from either side, which is what we got to deal with. So that's what the long cutter is for. Problem with this though, it likes to bounce, cut stuff you don't want to be cutting on. And it cuts pretty aggressively, so you got to be really careful about cutting the short side out. Like that. Come on, cut that out. Trying to get a trough in there, but the cutter ain't cooperating because it wants to jam up. Time it does it chews up the top side of the boss I don't want it to cutting on. Trying to keep the speed down. Okay. Alright, get away from that damn thing. Oop. Alright, so what we're doing is cutting a trough right through there. Yeah, right there. Ooh, look at that, got airflow. Airflow is good. You get tons of airflow over here. We don't want any of that over there. Half of that we don't need. We want it through here. Alright, so I'm just going to blend that now. Hopefully, maybe. This is one of the hardest exhaust ports to do because of the angles involved. Makes it hard to get in here and do anything with. Big one. Got a long tape one and trying to smooth it. Just trying to straighten it, not just smooth. Much better. Moved out pretty good. Got this wall more or less straightened out. It's a long radius right now. Goes right up in the exhaust port. Knocked off the big kitty up on top here. Gotta go back on the other side and work on that. Still got the short side up in there. Haven't killed it yet. That's a miracle that hasn't been cut off yet. You definitely do not want to cut it off, but the problem is it gets in the way because you got no angle to get to anything. Especially that big cutter's bouncing all over the place in there. That's what really kills it. This one here, it likes to cut that thing right off. A little chunk at a time as it does it. Okay. Go in there with this one, try to smooth it up a little bit more, but not try to make it too much bigger anywhere through there. Hard to get anything up in there because the angles are really bad. This is the short side blender. It's a dull ass cutter. I do more cutting on the back side than I do anywhere near this front. Come right in the back side of the hole and do up underneath, like on the back of my finger here. That's what you're trying to cut. Trying to blend the top of it in. It's got a bunch of sharp edges on there from the cutter digging into it. Alright, knocked off a little bit. Basically, we just took the corner and did a little radius to it. Alright, let's go on the other side. Let's see on this side. See how much damage I did over here with all that work I just did from that side. Whatever you do on one, it usually screws up something on the other. There's a few spots in there I don't like. Actually, I have no access. Nope, not much. There's a few little faceted marks through here I'm trying to get rid of, but don't have good access into there. Big lip right here, that'd be nice to get rid of, but can't get to it. I know everybody's going to tell me use a sanding roll and go in there with that and a big flopping wheel and stick that piece of crap in there. I just wad everything all the way through there to smooth everything all out. Yeah, it also cuts everything I don't want to cut out too. That's why I don't use them. You got no control over a sanding wheel. You don't know what the hell it's going to do. Use something like this, it's real dull, got a hard profile to it. And that does exactly what I want to do. It's just cutting out some of the high spots. Yep. A lot of them out. Alright, time to back off, quit doing any more. Once you get the high spots out, then you start making new ones, new low spots, new high spots. Okay, right now I put my whole finger right through here. It's not perfect through there, but it's at least there's a hole now through there, the trough to go through. Alright, so that's pretty good. I'm not going to do anything on the top here. I'm going to pop over here and take the burr off right, or the sharp edge right there. But I'm not going to reshape it any. This a little bit rough through here. I'll try to smooth that up slightly. And then this over here's got a sharp edge right here. So we'll change the head a different angle and do a little bit of work on that. Okay, where's our blending tool? We use this for a blending tool. The bigger the radius, the better you can blend something. The problem is this is fairly aggressive though. Unscrewed my tip. That happens. A bad angle probably too. Yeah, probably. So you're doing a bunch of X patterns, side to sides, front and backs, figure eights, you name it, whatever you're trying to do. Low pressure, low RPM, as you can tell. Well, it gets the job done. Alright, so a little bit of a hump there I took out. And you can see how it's a lot more peckered shaped than the pit shaped. So it's a lot smoother. That's good enough for an exhaust port anyway. Okay, so we have no edge there, but you can see we got a sharp edge right up under here. Let's cut that out a little bit. Slightly. That way you don't have a sharp edge for the exhaust to grab against. We're not using this though. I'm going to use this one. Even this might be too big. And we gotta change the angle too. So you gotta change angles where you get the stuff. Okay, now you can definitely see that sharp edge I want to get rid of. You can see this port over here. I got some casting flashing in here. I haven't touched it yet. I'm just gonna knock off the flash. It's already way too big. I'd rather that was all plugged in about ½ inch further back, probably. Yeah, that thing was way over here. It would flow better, but oh well. See, I didn't make the port. Harley did. I can only do what I can do. Now you can get in there and weld that up. Ain't working. It's better to just get something coarse like this and get in there and do some cutting with it. Screw around doing a bunch of light stuff, you're not doing anything. Now we can come back with a finer one. Alright, see how we took the sharp edge off, put a 45 taper to it. So when the exhaust hits that, it bounces up, goes around the exhaust pipe into the hole. That's why you leave that lip, don't cut the lip off. But you want to have the sharp edge on the back side, that's bad. Okay, so now what you do is go in here and blend off some of these high spots in there. I'm going to do that with just this cutter right here. And I'll switch over to a smaller one, a more straight one. You want to put this right on the casting edge right there. It's hard to do that, but especially with only one hand. That's smooth over there. That's smooth over there. See my control of my finger right here? That's how you're doing it. Alright. It's actually knocked it out pretty good. Okay, I'm going to switch over to a different cutter, and actually I can't switch cutters. I think it's about the only one I can use. Well, I can try the bigger one. It might help a little bit. It'll be rougher though, but it'll be what it's going to be. Picture went away. There it goes. This one's makes it more even, but it's rougher. Let's see how that works. Looks pretty good. Back to our smooth one. See, you have the damn grinders inside the port now, see? There's the edge of the port. There's how much is in there, see? That's why I like these small diameter ones. Now these are also front exhaust exit, not back, because I don't want the chip blowing me in the face. I want to blow the chips out of the port. So if you watch it, the chips are always blowing that direction, not at me. That's because I have the correct grinder. Alright, a little bit on top. Yeah, rough up there. Alright. So now we got the edge done on that. Whoop, where we at? That's done. Now we're going to do a little bit on the very tip top, where you should not be at all. Got some casting crap up there I don't like. I don't think I can get to it anyway. This one here I can get to it. It's a real tall one, the long skinny one. The problem is it wants to cut too, so. Alright. I knocked it down a little bit. Here's my smoothing bit, but I don't think I can get in there very much. Not really. About half of it only, and the studying helping. But all that'll do. Back to our dull cutter. Dull cutter just kind of smooths everything around. It'll reach up in them just about anywhere. Yep. Alright. Knocked off all the little stuff sticking up that we don't like. Alright, so I don't know if you can see in there, but smoothed up a little bit. Okay, now we flip it around this side and go back on this side. Clean this mess up here a little bit. Very, very sharp edge on the back of that seat, which is horrible for flow. There's no aluminum under it, it's just a seat sticking up right here. It's just a sharp edge. Terrible, terrible. We don't really want to do much about it either. So here's your short side way over here. It's got a little bit of one in there, not much. Then you go nothing, 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 all the way around over to where my finger's over here before you get into the bowl. That's why these heads don't flow at all on the exhaust. They're plugged up on one side and that has bad flow. It's just horrible. So I use this here just to knock off the burr, and that's it. It doesn't even hardly do that either because it's steel. Doesn't want to cut. That's bad. Alright, that's all we can do on that side. Go back on this side. I'm on the wrong side again. My final little blending right here in the corners. Double check, make sure everything feels good. It feels pretty good. I'm going to use my little smooth blending one here. It doesn't really cut anything. Yep, feels good. Most of the high spots are now gone that we had in there. Smoothed out pretty nicely. Except for that spot. For that one. around that right here at the very bottom where we had to cut there. See how it's pretty well radius up underneath here. Nice smooth surface up through there. Got good airflow. This side here is horrible airflow. There's no short side at all, so it won't flow with the squat that way. Now we got good flow this way. This is good flow through here. So we'll get really good flow right through here. This other side is going to be all turbulent and crappy airflow. Oh well. Can't plug it up. Gotta live with it. Okay, now we go over the intake. Or we can go to the other exhaust port, but it's totally different, so it doesn't matter. They're not even close to the same. Intake ports are usually not close either. They're always different. Not even remotely close. Okay, this got a pretty huge, deep bowl on this one. The other one's more constipated, I can tell already just looking at it. Just like the last head. See, this one's a lot more constipated. It's all filled in through here. Real deep, you know, it's not that deep right there. This one here has a lot more of a radius right there. There's no metal in there. See how this one's more triangle shaped right here. This one here is more bowl shaped. So this one here we got to do a lot of cutting in here to make it anywhere near what this one is. Alright, so I'm just going to cut it from here to the seat, knock out that whole edge there. Obviously it's right here too, get rid of that. Over here it says no metal. It should have metal right there. There's no metal. So we can't do anything about that side. There's nothing to cut. There's no metal. We got this hump right here we got to cut out from that other side. See, this hump's almost gone. This one has a big hump here. We got to get that hump out of there. The Bob Guide boss, leave it alone. Doesn't hurt anything. Alright, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to use that big ass cutter again. I don't have a valve guide in the way I can use a big cutter. Get in there and do a nice good radius cut real quick. Like I said, I'm going to do nothing here. It's all on that side here. And see what happens when it loads up. Takes a crap. Now if you keep letting it bounce like that, you'll chip the teeth off of it. Alright, so you can see where I'm cutting. I just went up and touched it up there. And so I'm just starting to knock this down right here. So I have to do this 3 or 4 times probably because it keeps loading up. Every time it loads up, you gotta dip it in your tip dip. Now this is Miller MIG tip dip. Except Miller doesn't make it. Someone else makes it. It works good though. As soon as you touch it, it unplugs. Going good until it plugged up. Now normally my head machine, I cut it out with my head machine, which saves me a lot of work. But we're doing this the old-fashioned way. We're going to grind it out. Came off again. It does that. Oh well. Starting to load up again. I can feel it. See one right there. You can hear it too. Stuff's gooey on your fingers too. Alright, so you can see where we're at right now. I went in and cut that right there a little wider right there. This wall here is pretty well blended in for now, at least with this cutter. I haven't cut over here yet. I'll be doing a shot right on that. I'm trying to blend this and make this a bowl that starts down there and comes up here, but it's trying like a parabolic curve, so you start a little wide and it gets kind of straight up and down as you go. You don't want to just make it a nice big bowl like that, it's be too deep. And you're going to have a big hole right here that the air can't get to. It'll have to drop into the hole, which will screw up the airflow. So the shape of the bowl matters, and the size. Keep the RPM down, you got more control. Just kind of feel it. Unless you're trying to make a bowl shape. Alright, pretty good. And this would be cutting right on the damn tip, so it doesn't cut very good on the tip. See how they chatter when you're on the tip? That's why you have to cut them from the other side. So this one we can't do that other side with. Okay, so we got our shape roughed in. So we're about 90% of it roughed in right now to the shape I want. So you can see how it's a bowl. Semi-flat bottom, then it tapers up pretty nicely. Blends in over here. Look at it from this view, you can see the shape of it. And how the same thing, it blends up in here like that. Now you want the airflow to come straight through here, go right into the bowl and then out, not drop into the bowl, just come straight into it. If you drop into the bowl, you lose velocity and airflow and all that. And basically it's like hitting a big launching ramp, it launches the air where you don't want to go. Okay, this is my next bigger tip here. We'll use this one to kind of blend it. Start doing a lot of your figure eights and U's and whatever shape you want, X's, to try to make the shape you want even and smooth and round. Yeah, that's pretty good. So a nice good even bowl. Took out most of the ripples. Now what's nice about a bowl is it's nice and even as you go in like an X, because you're always in a nice big even long radius. If it's not a long even radius, your bowl shape's not very good. So that's one way of telling what you're doing. Okay, so we did pretty good on that. I'm happy with that. Let's see, where's my... I'm going to put this along the seat. This will make sure it's round and halfway straight. We use the seat as a guide. This will follow it around and see what happens. Pretty damn even. So you can see where the cut mark is from it, right there. Also cut a little bit right here along the seat. Everything else is pretty good. Okay, now I put a bit of a low spot right there, but that's alright. Now I'm going to go in there and blend that in. And that size is my bowl, so now it's pretty uniform in size. So normally my head machine does most of all this cutting. This we got to do it the old fashioned. I'm going to go back to the big radius because that's a better chance of keeping it even. Trying to load up. Alright, that feels pretty good. Alright, at this point I'm going to flip it around to the other side, because you want to get it from both angles so you don't screw up something. Because when you get at the very tip over here, you could be cutting where you don't want to. And if you take too much metal away, you're screwed. So we come in and look at it from this angle and see what it looks like from this angle. And if it looks pretty even, you're doing a good job. This one here looks pretty even. Okay. Just over here somewhere. Try to get it where we can kind of see what I'm doing a little bit. Okay, this is the before. So what I'm going to do, I'm looking at my V angle, which this one's already pretty well done, coming out this way. There's a very small hole right there, not much. It's a little bit of a hump through here, not much. We got the sharp edge right here, gotta get rid of that. And this side over here, we got a big hump right there where my finger is. This is all low through here, so we don't have to do much cutting on that. And just to light and pull that edge out a little bit. Alright, so that's what we got to work on. We're going to stay off the top up here, which is actually the bottom. Stay off that damn area. That's your short side. All you're going to do is screw it up if you're in there, so stay off of it. Okay. We're going to use a long radius cutter because that's going to make it more straight, which is what we're trying to do at this point. That's a bad angle. You can see nothing over there. Can you? Try to get where you can see a little bit of work done. Not much. And you want to hold the cutter at the angle you want to make the port. That makes it automatically makes it straight. This angle right here is right down where I want to go. See, right down there. So it's cutting this all the way at the right angle. See how the cutter comes around? It's nice and straight. It's only cutting off the high spot, not cutting off the low spot while I ain't going lower. So I'll bring it up to this line here a little bit, but not all the way. It's all how you hold the cutter. Cleaning the wall a little bit, I don't really want to cut it. A little bit down in there. I purposely ground my cutters away on the back side here so they don't dig in with a sharp edge. They still do, but not nearly as much. That's a big difference. Even though this is a roughing cutter, you can actually finish with this with light pressure and safe, controlled use of it. rough up there. Alright, so just using my roughing bit, you see how smooth I made it and how straight we made it. So you can see how it goes in there pretty nice. Right down on my bowl. The bottom of my bowl's right here. Got a little bit right there. I'm going to use my other cutter to clean it. This is nice even coming out. This here's a nice pathway coming up through here. So you want to make each angle that you come in, you want to make it nice and smooth. So that's how you do it. Then you blend them all three together. That's how you shape the port. I can do it more or less, most all of it at once because I'm good at it, but that takes practice. Okay, now we're going to go over to our same cutter, but now we got a fine cut. Don't dig this into your bowl. Cause damage if you do. That's hard to do too. Try to take some of the ripples out. Yeah, it's horrible up there. That's it for that one. Lastly, I take my worn out one, come in there and do the bottom of the bowl. My final blending. All right. So let me see what you got. Same deal. Make it nice and straight all the way down. You got that line, bottom line. The top up here is horrible. I'm going to have to work on that, but it'd be nice if you could see what you're doing on that. Even I don't work very good upside down. So anyway, that's pretty good. There's a slight amount of a hump there, but I'm not going to worry about it. It just makes the bowl bigger. It's fine. It's not enough to worry about. The shape's really good. The air just goes right in there, right up in your bowl, and right out in the chamber. Just like you want it. I don't need no flow bench to tell me that's going to work. I already know it works. Okay, so there's the other side that's uncut in totally different shape. Okay, hard to hold out where we can work on it easy. Oh, dumbass, wrong direction. I went to tighten and I made it looser all of a sudden. It's not good on fins when you do that. Okay, so I'm going to hold this up at this angle here a little bit. So, you can see right the finger there, so you can cut up in here if you want to, but it's extremely dangerous, so I recommend staying out of it. See how this one's a little bit taller? You can more equalize it, but very, very critical area. Best to not screw with it. Okay, this has a very long curve to it here, which is good, a radius. It's just really rough with the casting, so, and it's got a sharp edge right here. So I'm going to knock these out a little bit. This is not a very good angle, but that's what I'm going to work with for now. It's hard for me to do with these weird angles too. Okay, once again I'm going to use the coarse bit to rough it in. digging in where I don't want it to. It's a bad angle for me to be holding it. Okay, get over here so I don't dig into it. See, if you're not comfortable, move it. There's my roughing. Take that little point out of the front down here. Hold this at a different angle. This angle's not going to work for me. Much better. You got to hold it at an angle you can work at. Okay, I was working over here at this angle. See how I smoothed this up pretty good. Okay, now I'm going to rotate. Instead of being there, I'm going to rotate down to here. Okay, I got to take that hump out right there where my finger is. See how it has to go up over that hump to get out of into the port? So that means the air has to do the same thing. I'm going to want to cut more right through here too. Don't want to be cutting any more over here though. And we don't want to be really cutting too much on that side up in there. Alright, so that's what you got to remove. So now you got the game plan down. Now it's just a matter of doing it. Much easier said than done. And maybe we'll see a little bit of it on that angle, I don't know. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is get over here. Pick the angle you want to go in at. Right there is what I want. Cut, see how much damage you did. Took a lot of metal out of that. Okay, so you see how I really cut the hell out of it through here. Got more blending to do. Cutting out the wall over here a little bit. Trying to make it more like this side. See how much is cut away on that side? This one's more flat. This one's more rounded. I don't want to go quite that much, but I want to make it similar. Alright. So I'm going to concentrate on that some more. Go back to wall skimmer. Got some more. There's a big hole in the bottom of the port right here. That dark spot right there is original material. That's deeper than I really want it to be. I'd rather if that was filled in, it would be more of a straight shot. But it was already in there, so oh well. Alright, so you can see I got the wall blended the back out, so I can put my whole finger in there just about right through here now. Staying off up here, we don't want to be cutting up there. The airflow is down here, not up here. Okay, now I'm going to put the fine cutter in there and do more rounding, make this more round. Still kind of D-shaped a little bit, kind of. Like it's trying to load up. Over here, back it out down here a little bit, make it nice and round at the bottom. This is pretty round up to here now. It's obviously pretty straight, you can see that. You got both sides of the bowl are working pretty good. So I'm going to go back and clean up on the other side, and that's getting pretty good where I want it. So we got a little bit of a hump, a little bit of that hole in the bottom I don't like too much, but other than that it's pretty clean. Okay, now this is the side we can't do much with because it's already too stinking big. Yep. Make the camera where you can see anything. Really hard for you to see what's going on right there, but I can barely see what's going on right there. Oh, that's got a big sharp edge in that thing. Where is my fine cutter? Yeah, looking right at it, I'm sure. No, don't see it yet. Ah, there it is, under the air nozzle. Okay, I'm going to try to blend this a little bit here. Make it a nice blend as best you can. doing too much in one spot, it's making a hole. I'm trying to eliminate holes, not make holes. That's the problem with a small cutter. You're helping one thing and hurting another. Alright. Get out of that damn thing. That ain't helping me any. Alright. That blended good. Turn it back this side. There's a smooth one at here. Smooth one. Take out a hole that's in there. Just cast it in so you can't get it out. But it's got a black spot right up through here. I'm trying to blend it in a little bit. Trying to knock it out just a little bit. I'm going to come back and do some final blending right there. More in and out this time, less vertical. Go. All right. So you're working with that original casting, which is raw casting. Raw casting, you only do so much with it. Just makes things worse is all you really do. All right, I'm not going to screw with that anymore. That side's done. So all you do is start making things worse, not better. Okay, now this side over here. There's not much of a short side in here. That's pretty much original too. Yeah, another one of those big black spots. Let's get this over here out of my way. Alright. So you can see that black spot right up under there. That's original. I'd rather have some metal right there. My radius does not continue. See, it drops away. Ideally, you want that to continue around a little bit further. So another 1/8 inch of fill right there, like this much right here. Right through there would be perfect. But we don't have that, so we deal with it. Okay, this is pretty smooth through here, so I'm just going to do a little final blending. We'll call that one done. The damn thing to work there. All right. Pretty good. Dull bit. That ain't it. There it is. Feels pretty good. Alright, so that port's almost done. What we need to do is to do the very top right here. See how bad it is on the top? Just gotta clean that up a little bit. So it's an area you don't really want to be screwing around with too much, but we do want to straighten it up and eliminate some of the unevenness a little bit. Okay, so you can see where the original rounding was right there, and you can see where it's on from this side here. So now what you want to do is just kind of blend this off, knock off some of this unevenness here and clean it up, but not really remove all that much of anything. So we want to stay out of that pretty much most of the way. Alright, so we're going to just kind of clean it up a little bit. This is not the right cutter. Got this one over here. Hose. Fight with me. Okay, one-handed bandit again. Okay, so I got my long radius dull bit. Yeah, not dull, semi-dull. Okay, so we're going to just kind of climb in like this. This one here I could probably use my thumb. More control in my thumb anyway. See, all my handles have been modified here so I can work them real easy. That's a good feel with one hand. Alright. So it's a lot more rounded now. A little rougher on the very tip, not too bad. The blending there needs a little waviness right there, but pretty close. Okay, I'm gonna use both hands now so I can do a little better job. But that was a big improvement just doing that. With two hands I got better control. Pretty good. Dull bit right here. Work on the short side of the dull bit. I just want to knock off casting. I don't want to reshape or anything. Ooh, that is sharp up under there. Alright, blends in here a little bit smoother than it did. So you got a nice radius in that. Over here, a nice radius in this direction. You got a hole right here, which I'm going to leave. It'd be nice if that didn't have that hole right there, but I didn't put it in there, it was already in there. So I'm not going to cut the top down to make it a smoother. I want that radius. It's already too short up under here already. So, alright, so I'm going to flip it around, do a one little cut on the back side. Oh, that's a steel seat I was up underneath. That's what I was feeling. So anyway, there's a sharp edge this direction. It's a seat. Okay, I can't do anything about the seat, so we'll leave it. We're done. All right, so that's that head's done. One port job by no valve job. 50% of a port job is a valve job, so you can't do porting without the valve job. So if anybody says they can port your heads and not do a valve job, they're lying to you. At best, that's only half the flow. The other half is the valve freeze. A lot of power to be gained there. Or lost. gain power, you can lose power. Alright, so there's what the finished product is. Right up in there, halfway even. There's the other side of it coming in. Nice good bowl in there. There's the exhaust, comes out the exhaust now. Notice how I'm going in order of flow. So it flows out real good. And over here, you got good flow out to one side there. A little bit. This side here sucks, but anyway, that's how it does it. Okay, so that's one head. That is the front head. So remember, front exhaust port's hard to do. Okay, that's it for that one. Now we gotta do the other one. And don't screw it up. Very important. This one has no valve guide hole in either, so there you go. Alright, be back in a minute.